Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barry and this is Centralise. And today we've got a review and a first impressions of Ministry of Oud fragrance, which is a subsidiary of Paris Corner, and it's Thailand Oud in Cairo. So my good friends over at Aroma Concepts sent me this fragrance and I'm really excited to jump in and try it. I've already tried the Satin Mood, which I absolutely loved, so to try more Ministry of Ouds is right up my street. Now this one, I think originally they did 5 and this wasn't included in it, and then they did another 2, which was this one and another, to add to the range, and no doubt they'll add a few more. Now I don't know that much about it, but I'll smell it and I'll let you know what I think. So beautiful box, really like it. It's got all the Egyptian detailing around the sides. It's got the Ministry of Oud badge, and this is a 100ml extrait de parfum. It's got Ministry of Oud at the top, and it's got the Paris Corner badge and the ingredients, and on the bottom you've got a barcode and some other details. Now these bottles are really nice. The Oud satin is beautiful, so no doubt this is going to be exactly the same, really nice, and it is. Absolutely gorgeous bottle. Such thick glass, got some real weight to it as well. But as you can see, there's the details on it, same as the front, nothing on the back, nothing on the bottom. It's got the Ministry of Oud badge in the cap. Really, it's got some weight in the cap, but it is plastic. Let's give this a spray and try it. And it has got Paris Corner in the top of the atomizer as well. So I'm interested in this one. I'm not quite sure what to expect. A bit of why you put Thailand and Cairo in the same name, I'm not quite sure. Oof. Oh, yeah, that is very different to what I was expecting. Maybe talking about Egypt, then probably a bit more. You've got a bit of a desert vibe going on. You've got myrrh and incense in there. Tobacco, the tobacco note in this is really nice. Obviously got oud in there. The oud isn't skanky to my nose. It's quite sweet, but there is something in there which is just going at me a little bit. It's got leather, touch of cardamom, quite woody. Bit of cinnamon in there. So it's quite spicy. I would say it's an oriental spicy. That's very interesting. I look forward to wearing that this week and giving it a good try. So I'll give you some B-roll footage and the notes listed on the website, and then I'll come back, I'll give you all the admin, let you know about the performance and my overall thoughts on the fragrance. So that's the note breakdown. I've been wearing this for about a week now, and let's get through some of the fragming. So you can pick this up for £35 from aromaconcepts.co.uk. You can use the code SCENT10 for a 10% discount. And the brilliant thing is now they're supplying these all over the world. So if you're in America, if you're in Australia, you can get hold of these from now. Aroma Concepts are distributing everywhere, and they got some fantastic Middle Eastern fragrances, so jump on there and have a look. And the Ministry of Oud range, I think there's about 7 in there now. This is the second one I've tried, and I'm really looking forward to trying some of the others. So originality, is this an original fragrance? Well, I looked at the name Thailand Oud in Cairo, and then I remembered Smelly Cat did a review on this quite a while back, or at least he mentioned it. And he said it was based on Luxor by Xerjoff, because that uses a Thailand Oud in it. And then with the in Cairo, he worked out that it was Luxor by Xerjoff. So that's what it's based on. So it's not an original, but I can guarantee people aren't going to have smelt this on you if you go to your local supermarket, your local pub, even on an evening out somewhere. People just aren't going to be wearing something like Luxor Xerjoff. So is it linear? Well, it does change over time, but there's only slight changes to it, but I'll explain that in the overall. Projection, I would say 2 to 3 hours, really projects, really strong projector. Longevity, I think you're talking 8 to 10 hours plus. It's not one of those that was still there the next day, but it was definitely projecting, and the longevity was lasting quite well on it. Who to wear it? I would definitely say it's unisex, but then I think it leans more masculine. And when to wear it, I would say more of an autumn winter fragrance, and you're talking, I'd probably wear it evening wear if I was going to wear it. Compliments, I'm sure people will compliment you for wearing this, even if it's just to say, oh, what are you wearing? Because it's something that they've not smelled before. People will like this DNA. Unfortunately for me, it's not my DNA that I enjoy, and neither was it the wife. So my overall thoughts, this definitely takes you straight to Egypt. Walking through the streets of a bazaar where you've got the smells in the air from the spices, and also a bit of skankiness due to the streets and the guttering and stuff like that. There's a bit of an animalic feel all the way through it, which personally I don't think my nose is trained enough to be used to those smells yet. There's quite a green cardamom with a spicy and leather nuances in there. I think the main players though are probably the myrrh, the incense, and then the oud. And it's an oud that I'm not really enjoying. I don't think it's like the skankiest of oud, but there's enough in there to put my nose off it. So the oud is mixing into quite a woody base, and I don't think this is going to be for everyone. It's one of those fragrances that's going to be a bit like Marmite. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I struggled with this. When I first tried it on, I thought, nah, it's not really for me. And then I gave it a bit more of a wearing, and I was still struggling. But by the second, third day, I was beginning to get used to the smell. And I can't say I ever got to the point where I was enjoying it, but I was getting used to it more, and it wasn't getting so bad for my nose. And every time I got a whiff, I was like, oh yeah, I've got that fragrance on. It was more that than at first when I was trying it. I was going, oh nah, I need to get this off. But I persevered for the cause, for the sake of a review, and I kept on wearing it. but this definitely wasn't for me. But like in all perfumery, one man's food is another man's poison. What I might not like, you might really enjoy. So to sum up, it's funky, it's sun exposed, it's dusty, it's dry, it's got a slight animalic feel to it, but there's also a sweetness in there. I don't know what the note is, it's probably a combination of a few, but there's something in there which I just can't get on with, and I don't know if it's the oud and the skankiness or whether it's the animalic stuff that's coming through, but there's something in there which I just don't get on with. I just can't enjoy, and I've got to tell it how it is. I can't lie about these fragrances. If I don't like it, I need to say, but I can see the qualities in this fragrance, and I know there's a lot of people out there that like this type of fragrance. So is it a hit or miss? Well, for me, unfortunately, it's a miss, but I think this could be a hit for the more experienced noses out there. I just think I'm too early in my journey to appreciate some of the nuances with this and some of the smells that are in there. So, worth the money? I would say it's definitely a quality frag, as are all of those from the Ministry of Oud. So I'd say it's definitely worth the money at £35. When you compare it to what it's supposed to be copying, which is Luxor from Xerjoff, you're talking a lot more money. You're talking £150 plus. So I would definitely say it's worth the money, but it just wasn't for me. So that's it. Have you tried Thailand Oud in Cairo? Let me know in the comments below. What did you think of it? Were your thoughts on it different to mine? Did you enjoy some of the nuances to it which I didn't enjoy? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Stay fragrant, not vagrant.